we live so much of our lives online, right? But what happens when that digital life just goes sideways? An account gets hacked, a damaging rumor starts, an impersonator pops up. It can happen in an instant. So today, we're giving you the playbook to manage that digital crisis and, believe it or not, actually come out stronger.
I mean, just think about that for a second. You spend thousands of hours preparing for your performance on the field or court, but a single digital problem, a hack, a fake account, one bad rumor, can threaten to unravel all that hard work in just minutes. The stakes are just incredibly high.
So what happens in that moment when those digital lights go out? Your first gut instinct might be to just hide, right? Go quiet, wait for it all to blow over. But honestly, that's probably the biggest mistake you can make. See, when a crisis hits and you go silent, you create a vacuum. And in the online world, that vacuum gets filled instantly by rumors, by fake accounts, by literally anyone else who wants to jump in and tell your story for you. Saying nothing isn't a neutral move. It's you handing over control of your own narrative.
But here's the good news. You don't have to panic. You really don't have to react emotionally. You just need a plan. The whole goal here is to control the conversation, not let the conversation control you. And the way you do that is with a clear, simple formula. And here it is. This is your game plan. This is your mental checklist for when things get chaotic. It's just 4 simple steps. Define, defend, direct, and document. So let's break down exactly what each of these really means when you're in the middle of it.
All right, let's walk through this playbook step by step. And we're going to start with the work you need to do before a crisis ever even happens. First up, define. Look, this is the homework. This is the stuff you do before things go wrong. It's all about knowing exactly who you are and what you stand for online. Because when the pressure is on, you won't have time to try and figure it out on the fly. So the key is to ask yourself these questions right now. What are my core values? What are my non-negotiables? What topics do I just not touch? These answers become your guardrails. They keep you centered, they keep you consistent, so your response in a crisis actually lines up with who you've always been. And this is exactly why step 1 is so critical. Defining your brand ahead of time is your absolute best defense. You're building the foundation of your reputation long before any storm clouds even appear. Okay, once you've defined your narrative, you're ready for step 2. Defend. So now the crisis is actually happening. Your account is hacked, or an impersonator is posting pretending to be you. The key here is to respond with tools, not with raw emotion. Panic is what leads to mistakes. A plan leads to solutions. This is your immediate action list, your go bag. First, if you can, use another platform to post a calm, clear message, letting your followers know what's going on. Then you pull out that recovery checklist you already prepared to start regaining access. You alert the key people, your agent, your coach, especially if there are brand deals on the line. And for impersonators, you use pre-made templates to report them fast and efficiently. And that right there is the entire mindset. Yeah, speed is good, but smart, calculated action is way, way better. This isn't about frantically scrambling around. It's about executing your defense playbook with confidence. Okay, moving on to step 3, direct. You've defended your space. Now you have to manage the communication. And this is where having pre-written scripts becomes your superpower. You've already done the hard thinking. Now all you have to do is execute. This is such a simple but powerful tip. Seriously, it's a game changer. Whether it's for a DM, an email, or a public statement, just having it ready to go in your Notes app saves you. It stops you from panicking and typing something you're going to regret. You just copy, you paste, and you stay in control. So with your message directed, we get to the final, and I mean crucial, step in the playbook. Document. I know this might sound tedious, but it is absolutely essential for protecting your reputation in the long run. You basically need to become an evidence collector. Screenshot everything, weird messages, login warnings from new devices, every unauthorized post. Because when you go to report the issue to the platform, you'll have a whole file of proof. This shows you weren't negligent, that you weren't asleep at the wheel. It shows you took immediate and responsible action. And it's as simple as that. Receipts protect reputations. You know, in a he said, she said world, documentation is your objective proof. It isn't just for you. It's the evidence you can show your school, your sponsors, and your fans that proves you handled it the right way. Think of these receipts as your reputational armor. So there you have it. We've walked through the 4 steps: define, defend, direct, Document. Now, how do you actually put this into practice? How do you prepare for a winning response before you even need one?
All right, here's your call to action. Take 5 minutes this week. That's it, just 5 minutes. And actually write out the one-sentence statement you would post if your account got compromised. This is not a theoretical exercise, this is a drill. And this is what a great response looks like. It's calm, it's informative, and it's forward-looking. It tells everyone you're on top of it, you're handling it, and you're being responsible. You know what? Go ahead and save this example in your Notes app right now.
And let's just end on this thought. At the end of the day, your character isn't defined by your highlight reel. It's defined by how you handle adversity. A calm, prepared, and professional response during a crisis builds more trust and respect than 1,000 perfect posts ever could. And that's how you turn chaos into confidence.